Hello, and welcome to another adventure of On Second Thought with Mike and Matt, episode 57, coming to you live on a Thursday evening, May the 14th. Good to be back in the podcasting chair. How are you, Matt?
Doing okay. Warm weather is coming. You might have heard that before, and it's on this show. But warm weather is definitely coming this week.
It's finally here after all that warning. It is very cold where I am right now, but Tuesday it will be in the 90s, which is very timely because tomorrow I'm getting the central air tuned up. So hopefully
nice.
Hopefully it's not so cold tomorrow that it doesn't click on, but we shall see.
Ooh, yeah. You just crank it up.
But here we are on our bi-weekly adventure. Lots of gaming news. A hell of a time to be in this hobby. Everything is popping off at the moment. I just saw a minute ago that Subnautica 2 has already sold over 1 million copies in like less than a couple hours. Unbelievable. I've never played Subnautica 1, so I can't even tell you what Subnautica 2 is about, but apparently it's
equal to the first one.
Thank you for that. And it's very popular, clearly. So, so the kids are out there. So no one's listening to the show tonight. They're all underwater doing various things with the submarine. Do you want to give us any bars of Yellow Submarine? Are you up on that at all?
We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine.
All right, that will do. And then I think here, just a couple days now, Forza is coming out.
Forza?
When is that next week?
19th, I think.
Let me check the old Twitters.
Batman too.
Yeah, Forza is on the 19th. Look at you, and Batman is out on the 22nd. So yeah, next week, lots of things will be popping off. But earlier today, the glowing reviews for Forza released early this morning. I woke up to all sorts of numbers and prompts, and Green Teamer is telling me how great Forza Horizon 6 is. So right now on the old Metacritic, it's sitting at a beautiful, robust 92, which is very good. I mean, did anybody think it was going to be anything different than that? I think their track record, at least, is always spectacular when it comes to the Forza Horizon games.
Yeah, they do a good presentation on it, good atmosphere and everything. It seems like a solid racing driving game. It seems realistic in the fact that driving around, the handling of that. I mean, obviously, driving a Lamborghini I blast for the woods is not realistic, but it's the cars look gorgeous, real gorgeous. Quite a variety of cars.
Where is your excitement level for this game? I know you're interested in buying it. Where are you going to be playing it? What's your excitement level, and why are you excited?
Well, I mean, my excitement level is not high, but it's I want to play it. It's a fun game. It's one of them games where after you get into it and kind of open it up, you can chill, drive around, and get the collectibles, cars, do the races and events and all that. I'm probably going to get it on PC, so I can play it on the Steam Deck or the Ally. It is Steam Deck verified, and what I'm reading on the Reddits and so forth, it plays great on the Ally and the Steam Deck. So that's a plus there. To play it on there, but yeah, so I'll probably get on PC. I'm not sure. I might get it right away next week. I don't know. I might see, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll have fun with it.
I'll read you a little excerpt here from the Giant Bomb review of Forza Horizon 6. This is from Jeff Grubb. He says, in a lot of ways, this is my ideal video game, becoming one with the controller and the vehicle in a drop-dead gorgeous setting that essentially never runs out of content. It's almost perfect, and I think it's fair to use that word for the craft that is on display in Forza Horizon 6.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of 10s. I believe IGN gave it a 10. IGN doesn't, the meme out there is everything. IGN reviews, they give it a 7, but they gave Forza a 10. So it is bringing home the bacon, as the kids would say. My typical thing with Forza is I get excited to play it here and there, and then we always peter out and don't play it. So we'll have to see. I am more apt to play for certainly 100% the Horizon series rather than Motorsport. And I think Motorsport's been they're in the breakdown lane right now. Motorsport. They're in the what's it called when you race and you go over to get the tires all filled up in the
pit stop. Pit stop.
They're in like a holding pattern, maybe a permanent pit stop, but definitely a prolonged pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
That series has been put on ice for a little bit. So Forza Horizon 6 is what Playground's jamming with these days. I'm looking at some of the videos and the screenshots right now and the various reviews. It does look really gorgeous, doesn't it?
Goth played it today. The game looks great. Looks good. The environment, the setting in Japan looks really good.
Yeah. IGN says, at its most gorgeous, Forza Horizon 6 is a total showstopper. Maybe that's gazing over the Tokyo skyline from the highest point of the map, or perhaps it's emerging from a tunnel to see the wilderness unfolding in front of you, with the freeway flanked by looming mountains, carpeted in dense forest, and snowy peaks rising behind them.
Nice. Now, I'm assuming with your Game Pass, you'll be getting on Xbox, Windows, PC type thing?
I think so. I might as well take advantage of it. I don't see any reason not to do that. We have not looked into whether this is cross-play. We know it's not coming out to PlayStation at launch, but I have not kicked the tires to see if it is cross-play between Xbox, PC Game Pass, and Steam. So we'll have to follow up on that later in due time. But I'm excited for it. Something else to throw in the rotation. We're going to talk later about what we've been playing together. We haven't played a game together in a while, and we reconvened this week to actually play something rather than jibber-jabbering like schoolgirls. So we will talk about that shortly. That's what they call in the industry a tease.
Foreshadowing.
Okay, go with that. So there it is. Playground is also working on Fable, and I got to tell you, between the two, I'm probably more excited for Fable than I am Forza. But good things come to those who wait, and I will be prepared for that in due time. I didn't have to wait long for something to arrive in the mail this week.
Oh.
If you happen to listen to the other podcast, Retro World Order, with me and Los, we recorded our official episode 1 this week. And what showed up while I was recording a special delivery is the old Steam controller.
Look at that. Look at that.
Would you look at that?
Would you just look at it, will you? Just look at it. Nice. Now, before we go any further with that, Mike, have you dropped it? There's a nice little surprise if you drop it.
No, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that?
Because it does something when you drop it.
Everything does something when you drop it. It's called breaking.
They put a little.
I know what you're talking about. What am I going to do? Drop it on a pillow or something?
Yeah. Stand up. This is what you do tonight. This is what you do.
This is not happening.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You go in the bedroom
No,
with the controller.
that was last night.
You stand on top of the bed while Lynn's laying there. You stand and you drop the controller next to her.
It's not going to happen.
Something magical will happen.
That was last night.
I guarantee it.
But a little inside baseball here for you. I go to bed a hell of a lot earlier than Lynn. I'll go to bed about 11:30, 12. She probably doesn't go to bed till like 1:32. And I'm not staying up that late to drop a goddamn controller because by then she'll beat my ass.
We'll do it in the morning then.
Then I'll really get my ass beat. So, but maybe at some point, my luck. I'll even drop it something, and the thumbsticks will
pop out.
Yeah, yeah. So hit me with your hard-hitting questions. I know you were not able to procure one, but you have some.
Not yet.
You have some interest in the device. Is there anything that I can relay to you about it?
What does it feel? The way it looks, it's big, it's bulky. Is it comfortable? Is it good?
It's not bulky at all. Look at the like I'm holding up to you like the depth of it, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
I think what makes it look big is the fact that,
it's
when
long,
you look at
it's long in the front.
All of this extra that you got going on there because of the track pads. That's what makes it look big.
If you had the DualSense, if I had one here with me, you can almost fit this inside the DualSense. You know what I mean? Like
inside here.
Like if you turn it the other way.
Here. Here.
Not like that.
Here,
not like that, dingus.
Oh. Put yours up there. See if it fits.
Yeah. See. And it's a lot lighter than I expected. It's lighter than the DualSense Edge, and it is not as wide as the DualSense Edge. It's definitely, it's got some heft to it, but not as heavy as the DualSense.
How as far as weight wise goes, like the Xbox Elite controller is a pretty hefty, weight meaty controller. It's got that weight to it. Still solid.
I would say it's lighter than that.
Oh, okay.
It's not light like you're just going to throw it over your shoulder and be like, God damn, I didn't even know I had something in my hand. But it feels light compared to the other ones.
Seems pretty sturdy.
It's the opposite of the PlayStation Portal. What did they tell you with the PlayStation Portal? It's the DualSense with the screen in the middle. This is a Steam Deck without the screen. That's the way you got to look at it. So if you like the buttons and the sticks and the D-pad on the Steam Deck, then you're going to like this. I personally think the sticks and the haptic feedback, rumble, whatever you want to call it, are better on the DualSense Edge than this. But this is a very good controller.
Too early to tell on battery life?
Battery life seems to be really good. And it's got this puck. Okay, you plug this into your computer. It's got a very, very strong magnetic pull to it. We'll put this up to the tip. Could you hear that? I'll do it one more time for effect. Nice.
Wow. It's like a shotgun ratcheting.
It's got a very strong magnetic pull to it, so it charges it, very quickly. It seems like it's got good battery life, and you got the puck plugged into your PC via USB-C cable, and then you're completely wireless. So me and you are used to playing with our Xbox and PlayStation controllers plugged in. So you can play with this wirelessly. Now, what I did notice when I was in the controls, the settings on Steam in the controller, as you move the puck away, there's like a little Wi-Fi thing in there that tells you your connection to the puck. You can say like, I've seen okay, good, and excellent. I haven't seen like bad or poor or fair come up. But as you move it, that will change in real time for you.
Like how? What do you mean when you're like how far away? You're talking like a foot away, a couple feet away, or
like less than a foot away. I mean, I only seen the thing on the screen change. I haven't seen any performance change.
that's what I'm. Yeah, so you haven't experienced lag. It's pretty snappy and no lag and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yep.
I gotcha.
Only played a couple hours with it so far, but I haven't noticed any. And I think if you're on a desk, you're going to be fine. It'll be interesting to see what happens with people who are on the Steam machine, because that's what this is really built for. And you got your dongle across the room, and you're on your lazy boy, your couch, or whatever. With the puck being that far away, I'm curious to see what it's like then. But that's what really this device is for. To make no mistake about it, it's for the people that do PC gaming in a living room setting, because you use the right trackpad as your mouse, and so people who game in their living room with their PC, they're always complaining, well, I got to have a mouse and keyboard, on my couch with me, and that's kind of, a shitty experience, and that's the problem they're trying to solve here with this, and you can't do it. And there's tons of videos out there of people showing you how to use, the touchpad so you can use it as a mouse.
So far, you're pretty happy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like the biggest fan of big picture mode. You don't have to use it in big picture mode. But basically what happens is you turn on your computer, you boot up Steam, and then you press the Steam button, and then it puts you in big picture mode. And then essentially it works just like you're on the Steam Deck. You get all the same buttons as the Steam Deck. So if you're familiar with that, this is just going to be super intuitive for you.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So
I have a reservation in for one.
I would say for people who sit at their desk, it's just something, to add to your, your gaming arsenal. You got a mouse and keyboard here. You got another existing controller like a DualSense Edge. You might not really need it. If you're someone that's going to get the Steam machine, or you already got a PC under your big television, then this solves a lot of those problems for you.
Nice.
It feels solid. The plastic is very, similar to the Steam Deck. And there's, for people that likes to accessorize, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. This D brand has got your Steam controller skin, so you can be ready to go if you need to spruce it up and you can't hang with the regular mundane black.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a reservation in, and they'll contact you when they're ready.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
All right. Well, your other one earlier that mentioned the bedroom, sir. So, and I know you have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and you are a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think you sit with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2: The Fragrance? Was that something? Is that something you want to introduce into your repertoire of?
Absolutely, especially after watching the commercial for it.
I haven't watched. I didn't watch the commercial for it. But developer Warhorse Studios and fragrance company Kintsugi Perfumes, which are both based in Prague, have collaborated on a limited edition scent based on the game. The scent is inspired by the ingredients found by the game's protagonist Henry, such as apples and honey sage and lavender. No gooseberries?
Is it all things?
No gooseberries?
No gooseberries.
A playful, sensual, sultry, and tantalizing, seductive social cinematic commercial has also been created. I assume that's what you were watching.
Yes.
Kintsugi Perfumes describes the scent as crisp apple and fresh herbs open the path, echoing the story you move through. Lavender mint unfold in a quiet calm, softened by a hint of rose and elderflower, touched with a trace of forest honey and wild sage. The scent deepens. Shall I go on, Matt, or are you aroused already?
Pretty good at bed.
worn leather and dry papyrus wrapped in the smoky touch of birch. There are distant notes, but fragments of a world you already know.
I'm telling you, Mike, you're missing out, dude. You take the Steam controller, you spray yourself with this. All right, you're standing on the bed. Lynn's down. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you smell so good? And you said, just hang on, baby. And you dropped the controller. And you're like, yeah, did you hear that? I'm telling you, you're in like Flint, man. You're golden.
That's like almost a $300 proposition there. Like the controller's $100, then tax and shipping or whatnot, and then this bottle, this 50 milliliter bottle, is 155, almost 156 euros, whatever that translates into our poor friggin'
$183.
Thank you for
it says right there. $183.
Oh yeah, it does say that. $183.
Yeah.
You really can't put a price on apples, honey, sage, and lavender.
Absolutely not. No.
So I got you down. Got you down for a couple of those good stocking stuffers, right?
I got a reservation in for this too.
All right. Well, while you have your list out,
yeah,
I got the games for Matt this week. We've been.
Oh, thank God, man! We've been amiss on doing that.
We've been skimping. We've had other things to tackle, but moving right along after everybody's put their order in for perfume. Instead of a book reading club, we're going to have a cologne club. Now, I want to know: do you put
cologne of the month?
Do you have cologne? Do you put cologne on before you go to Pipe Club, or would you say after you go to Pipe Club you need to put the cologne on? That's a rhetorical question. One we can leave to the listeners as the cool kids
just use your imagination.
As the cool kids say, leave comments down below on what you would do.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's both. You want to smell good when you get there, regular.
Imagine if you're all lathered up in that, right? And then you go to the Pipe Club, and you bust out some similar notes on because those pipes you can put all sorts of crazy tobacco in those, right? All sorts of.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Imagine if they all clashed though, and you just.
Oh, that'd be bad. That was Everyone just like gets sick or some. We create some toxic cloud.
Their interpretation of lavender and the pipe's interpretation of lavender clash into some bad smells.
It could be, yeah. Yes, that could that could happen.
All right. So did you? I know that you were tasked with before coming up with paper sound effects for the rustling of your notebook. Have you paid the guy yet for the sound bite? Oh, look at that. No, I don't think anybody can hear that, but I see that's a good visual. We got a notebook out.
It's a very visual show.
Yep. All right. So the first one, this one is actually on a someone's showcase within the last year or so. This game comes out on June 8th, just in time for summer. It's called Killer Bean. You are a killer bean, a rogue assassin coffee bean who takes out the trash in this world one bullet at a time. This is a first-person, third-person action roguelike. Give you a minute.
Already it looks beautiful.
Now, when he's running, the backside, when he's like, you only can see, it looks less like a bean and more like something else.
Yeah. You imagine that? Yes. Yes, it does.
But Killer Bean, it's a third-person shooter, FPS, bullet time, open world. Those are the defined tags in Steam. It's coming to early access June 8th, so be on the lookout for that. Okay.
Interesting.
Next up for you, I never played the original game, but this could be up your alley. A Gothic 1 remake. You let me know if you've played the original Gothic. The legend is back. Return to the Valley of the Mines in this faithful remake of the genre-defining classic RPG. Explore a handcrafted, organic open world that reacts dynamically to your actions in a gritty, unrestricted experience like no other.
Like
RPG action adventure exploration realistic 3D. Gothic.
got some Skyrim vibes to it.
All right. So far, I'm not sensing Killer Bean or Gothic is doing it for you.
You know, Killer Bean kind of is. This, I don't know. Killer Bean, though, seems like it'd be a good one.
Now,
oh my God, the water in this game looks incredible, though. Wow. Okay.
Now, this last one I think is going to be a stretch for you, but you have to throw one in here. Game is called Phonopolis. Phonopolis. Phonopolis.
Yep.
A story-driven puzzle adventure set in a hand-painted 3D world made of cardboard. Solve a wide variety of playful puzzles and help Felix end the leader's oppressive influence in a resident dystopian city inspired by avant-garde art.
Interesting art style.
Story-rich, relaxing, hand-drawn puzzle adventure.
This game looks interesting.
Okay.
I have to see some more gameplay of it. Looks interesting.
So for those keeping track at home, we covered Killer Bean, Gothic, and Phonopolis.
Just want to hear it after the trailer on Steam is interesting, but to try and figure out actually what you're trying to do as far as puzzles and stuff is a little confusing. What you're supposed to figure out and stuff.
There is a demo already, so if your appetite is wet, you can download it and try it out.
You know what's going to make people wet? That perfume.
These areas have been drilled.
That's what she said.
All right. What a beautiful segue, because this episode is sponsored by Los's Thorskins. Yep. If you listen to the Retro World Order, we ended the show, Los talking about his Thorskins, and I said, make sure you pronounce that very...
yes.
With a lot of articulation.
Thor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I did ask this question in the Discords today. If anybody had any questions for us, we got 2 questions. Of course, one was a very salty question we'll get to here. Los wants to know, do you guys enjoy accessorizing your devices? He's asking for a friend.
Like your Steam Decks and stuff? Like putting flair on them?
Exactly. So if you listen to the show, we had he was talking about that he traditionally bedazzles his, whether it's the 3DS or now the AYN Thor, Steam Deck. Uh-huh. And where do you sit with that? Because I did ask him, I said, does this trickle over into other areas of your life? Like, are you the guy, and I'll ask you the same question, Matt, are you the guy that has some sort of fancy grip on your steering wheel? Are you the guy that puts like seat cover, like whether it's, I've seen some people with seat covers just say Ford on them or Chevy. Other people put things that more showy, or even things that are more ergonomic based. You know what I mean? Like little beads in the center. So do you do any sort of bedazzling of anything you own, or are you just stock and roll?
It depends on what it is. All my handhelds, my Steam Decks and stuff. Cases, like a rubber case, grip case, or like that, screen protector, if you want to call those accessories. I do items like that.
Now, when you get those items, how particular are you on the look? Meaning, if there was blue, black, and red, are you getting just the black, or you need some color, you need some pop?
It depends on like how deep or how bright colors are. normally I'm going to go with kind of the dull color, like a black, or a clear. Um, but yeah, and then the screen protector. I'm particular on that. I want something that's going to be, clean and clear. I don't want something cheap. Usually tend to spend a little bit of money on that, and then a case for these accessories and stuff. But like for my truck, car, accessories, bed covers, things like that. Nothing.
So
seat covers or stuff.
If I am listening to you, the words that you're trying to say is you buy things for more utility purposes rather than vibe.
Yeah. I'm buying things
to
function over form,
prolong the life of your device, rather than a showpiece, a showcase.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not buying stickers and things to hang off of my stuff.
No charms?
No charms. Yeah, no Lucky Charms for this Leprechaun.
No trinkets?
No trinkets. No. What about you? I don't see you as a person to be doing that yourself.
No. They don't leave this office, so what do I need to do? Anything? Who am I
yeah, that's sort of my...
Exactly. I think I said on the show, like, I'm one of those guys that, probably has bought a few cars in my life, and I've never really been able to pick the color I want. I've owned many drum sets in my life. Half the time I'm sweating my balls off, beating the shit out of stuff, and I'm not admiring, what the drum set looks like. Controllers, the same thing. I have a lot of nice looking controllers, but at the end of the day, I sort of realized, I'm looking at the television and I'm not looking down at my hands. So I've sort of weaned myself off of those expenses. I want a controller that's going to feel nice in the hands, but the color is less important to me these days.
I'm with you there. I know some of them for a while there. A lot of them Xbox controllers were looking pretty cool. Some of them shades of blues and reds and stuff they were putting out were cool. And then they had that one, you probably still can, where you could like totally customize every single color on it. I thought that was pretty. I was like, that'd be kind of cool to try and customize something, make it look neat. Yeah. But now, I'm just like, okay, just give me a regular old controller. I'll be good.
Good to go. All right. That was the hard-hitting question from Los of the Talking Place, Future Monkeys, Retro World Order, and of course, this episode is brought to you by Los's Thor skins.
Get you hold of his foreskin, you'll be just rub on them Thorskins. They feel good on the hands.
Let's pause there for 1 second. Okay. If you can go to your Google machine and type in,
I can,
and type in D brand, like D like in dog brand, Steam controller skins. Let me know when you're there.
Okay. Yep.
Now, these...
Do you want me to actually go to the website or just...
Well, I want you to see the wide variety. Yeah. They got a couple there. They got one like touch grass. Have you seen that? It's got like it's black, but then underneath, like the bottom part is all like grass that you can actually touch, and they got a few leather ones. Like what the?
The one called Toxic Waste looks pretty cool. I don't see the touch grass. Oh, there it is, touch grass. I see it right there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But man, oh man. A lot of colors. But yeah, real black leather, real tan leather, real brown leather. $25. You want them. There's no way in hell, looking at these things, I'd be able to get these things on straight. No way.
Well, I say, I never was good at applying like labels and shit on models and stuff.
Yeah.
There's no way I could be able to do this.
Yeah. All right. Question here from Retro Rents Al. Al, the author.
Yeah.
Always working on a story.
Mm-hmm.
He says, what's a game you've played a bunch but could go back to any time because you enjoy it / the game world so much? You enjoy the game and the game world so much. As an example, he says he still catches himself loading up Red Dead Redemption 2 just to go fishing. He says, although Crimson Desert has great fishing too. We're going to talk about Crimson Desert here in just a few moments. And our buddy Blue Man Rule chimed in. Even though the question wasn't for you, Larry, you still answered it, which we like. He says Mass Effect Legendary Edition and The Witcher. So, sir, again, a game you play a bunch just to go back to any time because you enjoy it in the game world.
I think that off the top of my head, what seems like the logical answer for me is Power Wash Simulator. I could go back and replay those missions over and over again. Some of them. That's a good one. Red Dead Redemption 2 is another good one. Just go in, like Al said, just go in and fuck around. I would definitely those two. I don't know if like the baseball game would count or not, because that's something to play all the time. But something I think what Al was asking would be Power Wash Simulator, Balatro. I guess you maybe could count that maybe.
Well, I think those games are designed to go back over and over again. I think his more, if I understand the tone.
You completed the game. You completed it, you're done, but you keep going back and
I would think something with the game world. So I'm thinking for me an answer would be like Cyberpunk, right? I beat it many times, but I go in, I like the combat, I like driving around. Destiny is one of those things. How many times have you played some of those missions over and over again, but the combat is so good, and maybe you like the sci-fi stuff.
Division 2. How many times have we fucking gone through that game?
Yep. Division 2 can be, depending on when you play it, it was a hell of a thing to be actually playing during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think The Witcher is a good one too. I've played that intro to The Witcher many times. But that's just a reminder that, I got so many games, but really you don't need all these games. Fuck, I could just go back and play Red Dead Redemption 2 again and play The Witcher. Those would keep me occupied for so long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The Arkham games have a nice, cool vibe. Those are always good to pop into from time to time. Some of the Far Cry games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uncharted could be up there. Go through and do some of that again.
Mm-hmm. Hell of a lot of rock climbing. I feel like
especially in the last one.
Yep. Well, thanks everybody for the questions. We gave you the answers. Hopefully that sufficed. We got a lot of news stories, so we're going to quickly move on to what we've been playing. We've been playing a wide breadth of titles over the last 2 weeks, some of which we've talked about before. But why don't I go first, Matt, and then we'll have you go last. We'll mix it up.
Ooh.
I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. I've made some progress in that. Had to take a wide variety of approaches to actually make some progress in that game. A combination of dropping down the difficulty, not because I found the game difficult, like I couldn't grasp it, or it was just enemies were just killing me left and right. I was very soft and spongy, so I dropped it down for a little bit. I did at the same time. I also did some non-combat side missions and I did some stuff with the companions, which helped me level up my characters. And then I put it back at, I think the difficulty is called Adept rather than Novice. So I put it back on Adept. And as long as I don't get swarmed by multiple enemies at one time, I am doing pretty good in the game. So I just beat a dragon the other day all by myself without anybody with me and on Adept. So I am making progress. I haven't played it in a couple days. Need to get back to it before it's out of sight, out of mind. But I've made a good deal since we've last spoken. Sort of turned the corner on some of the missions, and I'm on my way.
Yeah, you seemed for a couple of times last week a little frustrated in playing the game with being able to get through some stuff, do some things. So I'm glad you're getting through it.
Yep. Last episode, I also talked about Replaced. I've played a little bit more of that.
Yeah.
That game really clicks for me in the combat. I think the the platforming aspect, nothing specific towards the game itself, but just the platforming and puzzle stuff is not always my strong suit from an enjoyment aspect. So I begrudgingly do those parts of the game. So I'm in a sequence right now that I've sort of parked the game a little bit because it's heavy on the puzzle and backtracking, almost like a Metroidvania. You go one way down this path, and as you're going, you see all this scaffolding above you, and you're like, shit, I know I got to double back. So essentially, you go down this long path, beat up some enemies, solve a puzzle, lower some things, complete that puzzle to get up top. And what is happening, I get up top, and I mistime a couple jumps, and I got to do all that over again to get back up top. And I'm just like, all right, I'm pausing this. I'm pausing this for a little bit. But I do like the game, so I will circle back to it. I have been playing a lot of Racoin on Steam, the roguelike coin pusher, which is kind of
nice.
like my cozy, comfort, relaxing game. I love the sounds of the coins and everything like that. So just been putting a lot of time into it to unlock the different managers. And now I'm with the manager that the name escapes me on what their sort of attributes they give you, but it's more, how would you say, environmental based, elemental based. So I'm getting a lot of like tornadoes and explosions going on.
Yeah. It's how they affect the environment, how the RNG and stuff.
Yeah. So making good progress in that. It's a game that I would probably never ever finish, but I'm just playing it at my leisure, and it's a good game to play on the AYN Thor through Game Native, which is the app that lets you play your Steam games. It's something I'm playing on the Steam Deck. It's something I'm playing on the PC. So yeah, that play anywhere aspect to it, even though it's not Xbox Game Pass type thing, is appealing because I can just, whatever device I'm using, I can sort of play it.
Nice.
And the other thing I've been playing is Dead Zone Rogue, which is a roguelite sort of shooter. I'm not sure. Doom might be too simplistic, but I think it's out on Switch too, and it's out on definitely out on PC because that's where I'm playing it. I'm not sure if it's on PlayStation and Xbox. I know it's on the Switch too, though, as well. It's a very competent roguelike shooter, and you level up certain attributes during your runs, and some other things are just specific to that run, and you got to start over. And there seems to be like 3 or 4 episodes or levels or sections to the game, and so far I haven't been able to complete the first one yet. Doesn't seem to be a really difficult game. It's a lot of fun as they throw a lot of different enemies at you, and the guns are very powerful. It's just getting a question, of knowing the map and the strategies that you want to run. Sometimes you can get swarmed by bugs or other things, or get sort of pinched in a door and the enemies come at you and you don't have a room to back up. So just getting used to the environments. But I wanted to play that today. I just started playing it. I wanted to see what the Steam controller would be like with it. to see what the
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm enjoying that.
Good.
And the last thing is that we both can talk about because we've been playing it together is Marathon. So
Yes.
so we played Marathon during the whatever beta. Let's call it the beta. I think they called it something else.
This Slam, Super Slam, or something like that.
So yeah, Slam Weekend, Slam Fest, something
Whatever.
along
Yeah,
that. Server Slam.
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. And we both enjoyed it, but we said it's probably not a game for us. But we thought it was a very competent shooter, felt good, had the Bungie DNA. And I think our impression was, boy, that felt good, but would we really get our money's worth out of that? And
Right.
and so we parked it for a while, and then it went on sale for it's only a $40 game, and it went on sale for $32. I told you about it, and you bought it right away. I did not buy it right away because I didn't expect it to be like a flash sale, like only for like a couple hours or something. Sure enough, it was. So I threw down the full $40 for it. I think my impressions. I want to hear from you in a minute, but I think my impressions are the same. That feels fantastic, looks unbelievable on the PS5 Pro.
Yes.
And I think I come away from that going, skill level issue between when it becomes a PvP battle. If it was just PvE, we'd have a lot of fun with it. And that's a shame because it seems like there's a lot of cool stuff you can do in this game and go to other places, and we're just barely scratching the surface on what this game can do, and we're not getting very far because inevitably what has happened in a game like this where the player base has dwindled is you're playing the people that are just really the best of the best that really love the game and know the game inside and out. And so we're just a fodder for them at this point, where there's really not a lot of people playing that are like us, that are just trying to find their way through. We're running up against, people that are just better and know what they're doing. So I want to hear from you. What do you think of Marathon?
I agree. I think the gunplay is fantastic. It feels good. Shooting stuff. It's for me, gives me the sweaty palms. Going around, getting stuff and that, the robots and everything around. Agree. It looks beautiful. It looks great. Very colorful, very vibrant. It's a minor thing, but what's odd about this is those cutscenes or loading screens are just so bizarre. I don't know what, but they're just so bizarre. Inventory management seems to be okay. Just lots of stuff you can get, collect, do. The contracts, still kind of trying to figure that out. It seemed like we was doing the contracts. You were kind of leader, so it seemed like we was doing the ones that you had. I'm not quite sure how those were working. But it's fun. It is fun but I wish it was PvE. You, me versus the robots. But you throw the people in there, and that kind of makes it bad for us. We did okay. We had typical Mike and Matt moments in the game, trying to get into that one station, and it was right in front of us on top of the roof, which we missed completely. And of course, we did all that, and, get killed by other people. We've been doing okay against the robots and stuff, except for that one time. What the fuck was that? When we went to extract, and a spaceship came by, and about 20 robots jumped out at us. That was uncool. That was not cool at all. That was very unfair.
Yeah, I'm not saying they shouldn't drop anybody, but I would just think, read the room, Bungie. Like, you got two guys that are below level 5 playing their second match. They must have those details sent back to them somewhere.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just not scripted to that point, but to drop in like 20 guys out of a ship with two guys, it's not a full squad. It's only two people, and they're both under level 5. It didn't feel like the most. I guess the best way to put it felt like things were tilted not in our favor.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
So I know it's not apples to apples, but I'm wondering if we were better off investing our $40 into Far Far West.
Yeah, that's getting some good
and that's
reviews also.
That's only a $20 game. Overwhelmingly positive. Team up in a chaotic 1 to 4 player co-op shooter. Journey to the far, far west to blast monsters, sling spells, complete missions, and collect bounties. Work as a team to get in, get paid, get out, mostly alive. It's got a very whatchamacallit vibe to it. Sea of Thieves.
Mm-hmm. It does. Yeah. It seems like these extraction games are the new shit. Just left,
I know
battle royale games, battle royales.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a marathon. I think Matt and I said to Matt, well, we know we've bought this game, so sure as shit, it's probably going to get shut down here in a few weeks. If that's the case, maybe we'll get our money back. But I think it's a game worth supporting. I think it would be a lot more fun if a lot more people played it. I don't think when I play the game, I don't sit here going, what were these guys thinking? This is half-baked. This is just them chasing a fad or a trend. This feels like a good experience that's worth the $40. And I don't know if shame is the right word or what it is, but it feels like the game is not what people want. And how is Arc Raiders doing 16 million in sales, and this game is not? Because when I compare the two, I like this one a hell of a lot more than I like Arc Raiders. And I don't understand how this one is not getting equal love. Was it just Arc Raiders was the first to come out, or just a different world that grabbed people? Someone will have to break that down to me, but I think comparing the two, Marathon plays a hell of a lot better. Now maybe there's just better in-game storytelling, and what I mean by that is the things that you can do that the game can't really script for you, but you and your friends do. Maybe that is more compelling. Maybe that is more that you can pull out of Arc Raiders than you can with Marathon. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. But I think maybe the Marathon. We played some more. Just kind of. For me, it'd be to point like if we got some really good gear and really good guns and shit like that. I'd always be afraid to take it in because you lose it if you get killed by another person. They can take that shit off of you.
Well, you got to use it or lose it.
I know.
So, if any listeners are playing Marathon or have played Marathon and want to carry some people, let us know. Mm-hmm. Hit us up. We're playing it on. We're playing it on PlayStation.
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's hear what you've been playing, good sir.
Yeah. Little bit of we talked about the Marathon. Expedition 33. Played a little more of that. Doing a little farming in that. I need to just bite the bullet on that game and go ahead and finish it. And then anything I want to do afterwards, just go ahead and explore after I actually beat it. It's a great game. I really love it. But yeah, it's time to go ahead and finish it up and be done with it. I just go to the last mission and see how the story ends and everything with it. I do that here next week. Cast and chill, just more cast and chill on the Steam Deck out at the property. Fun little fishing game. Very good. lots of things you can do in that as far as buying new fishing gear, boats, and other areas to fish in. It's good. Trying to get bigger and bigger fish, break your own records and stuff, and different fish species and everything. It's really good. It's really cool. Yeah, it's a very simple yet detailed game as far as the lures and fishing poles and getting the right fishing pole with the right fishing line and stuff. Reeling the fish in can be challenging. The bigger the fish, the more they fight. So you gotta be easier on it as far as bringing it in. So that's good. It's a neat, great little game. And then what I've been playing the most is Crimson Desert, and the game's I'm starting to learn a lot more about it. For one reason, I've been watching a couple YouTube videos here and there to kind of help with the controls and kind of like getting what the idea of the game is. And what I'm figuring out what the idea of this game is to just do what you want to do. As far as wandering around, how you want to fight people. There's lots of things. It's one of these games that there's a lot of stuff you can do and many different ways to do it. Lots of puzzles, lots of places to explore, very detailed places to explore. Story's pretty good. All types of people to talk to. Activities in this game are crazy. You can bank in it. You can go banking and invest. I'm at a point now where I unlocked a camp, and there's a house there that I can decorate and do stuff with, which seems really cool. Many different variety of characters. A lot of mystery in the game for some places that you go. What's going on? Exploration is key in this game to go find things on your own. Try and discover stuff on your own. Solve the puzzles and all of that. Battle gameplay, fighting seems okay. I don't want to say it's a button masher because that's how I'm doing it, but there's different strategies for different people to do. Like there's like these powers, push powers, and pull things. Like you get this lasso and then the skill tree. You can power these things up and gain new powers and new ways to fight and do stuff. Still kind of struggling with inventory management and that. And I've learned how to go to the blacksmith and upgrade weapons and that, and then you can do that yourself and go refine your weapons, which is cool. So I've learned how to do that. It's coming along. I heard someone on Reddit say this game is nothing. It's 100% a tutorial. It never stops throwing new things and concepts at you and telling you stuff, which I found out to be true.
I want to ask you a question about that. Do you feel, and maybe you won't know the answer to this, but maybe you have an opinion. Do you feel the best way to put this game was made with AI? Do you feel like someone went to a prompt and said, throw all this shit in this game? It seems like it's got so much stuff in there, and do the devs just run wild with it? Do you feel like everything is like handcrafted, or you feel like you come across things that just that don't make sense because they were just made with a prompt?
I think there's stuff that doesn't make sense in the game because they're trying to cram so much into it with the controls and with things you can do. It's like they've took every single game and threw in all the mechanics into this one game. And maybe they did that with AI. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I could see AI playing a part in figuring out like your your enemies and stuff, because they all seem kind of generic. If that makes sense. Not much. They don't seem very 3-dimensional. Kind of simple. Reaction for them is the same.
I guess the reason I asked, just listening to you and listening to other people talk about the game, it seems like it has so much stuff thrown into the game.
So much stuff.
That I'm trying to wrap my head around that. Like, who was the project manager? The just greenlighting this, saying, "Yeah, we got the time to implement all the." Because I think, to my knowledge, they're using their own engine. I'm not sure if this is on Unreal.
I think so.
You'd have to let me know when you boot it up if you see the Unreal logo. I want to say it's on their own engine. So, man, it just seems like a lot of stuff in the game for a team that, prior to this, they made the MMO Black Desert Online. So, I don't know, just a question. But I think the other question I want to ask, everything else would just be sort of speculation. This one you probably have a better answer to, is with all the updates that the game gets very frequently, are you noticing improvements? Can you see a tangible difference, or are they just stacking more stuff into the game?
I think it's both. I think they're doing both. I have seen some improvements. Performance things have been improving. It seems like some like buttons and combos and that seem to be snappier and less troublesome. So I've seen that. It's getting better. I think it still needs some quality of life improvements with being able to like detect things to pick up in that, because that can be overwhelming. It just wants to pick up, you can like pick up almost anything. It's like, okay, well, that seems like a bit much. Mm-hmm. To make it hard to do things. Like when you kill bad guys, it takes a minute for like the search button to come up, be able to search them. That's frustrating sometimes.
I can't wait to play this game after it's got some sort of definitive Game of the Year, edition, something like that.
Yeah, this is one of those things where it's like, I've said it before on the show that maybe I put it down and, a few months from now, I pick it up after it's been a bunch of updates and that to it, because they are very active with doing stuff with this game. And then, it gets like the cyberpunk treatment to where it comes out fixed and good and actually awesome. But the game looks great. It's a gorgeous game. The scenery and everything. It's good. Very detailed in that sense. But
well, let's move on to some stories, because we got some news items, because we have some Crimson Desert stuff here. The first one here is just around, the success that it's been, that the Crimson Desert, the company that makes the game Pearl Abyss, revenue has been boosted by 419%. And so therefore, the company is thinking about some DLC. And to which I say, DLC, sir, from everything I hear in this game, there's like enough to do for 15 lifetimes. What type of DLC would be warranted? Because again, what I get from a lot of people is the game is what you make of it. That the guy is pretty vanilla. The story is just very loose at best. So what would warrant them DLC beyond just more stuff to do? And it sounds like, is anybody clamoring for more stuff to do in this game? I don't know. But if they can sell it to you, and make more money and cash in, and be opportunistic, I guess why not, right?
Yeah, there might be some people out there that finish the story and aren't doing all the other shit, so they want more story. That's a possibility, but I mean, there's so much to do in this game. Faction quest and the main quest, and it's just wow.
What you
Yeah,
haven't
DLC. I think it's already for DLC talk.
what you haven't told me about is all the mounting you can do in this game. We know that is always something that is fun to do, to mount and ride a variety of special and unusual beasties. This comes from Eurogamer. You can now hop on the backs of mountain goats, wolves, bears, boars, tigers, lions, raptors, camels, cuckoo birds, and iguanas. And supposedly in Crimson Desert, they're all enormous. So we're not talking about mounting a little iguana. It's a massive iguana.
The fucking giant dragon.
So these special amounts arrived as part of patch 1.06, which is rolling out across platforms. It's already on PC and Mac on Steam and PlayStation, currently making its way to Epic Games, Xbox, and other places. It said, go on to say that the creatures mentioned, after you gain their trust, which usually involves a mix of feeding them, subduing them if they're ferocious, and in some cases adhering to certain species' varying taming quirks. Once tamed, you can buy saddles for them at saddleries in various cities, and you can have one mount and special mount assigned and active in your mount quick slot. Have you done any mounting, sir?
I have not. I have not gotten that far. Like I said earlier, this game's trying to do everything and be everything. This is like something taken out of WoW's playbook. You know, the different mounts and stuff to fly around the world faster and quicker. It just seems like an odd thing that just all of a sudden, hey, let's put mounts in. You know, let's do this.
Do you have a pet dog in the game?
Not yet, because I'm going to get a cat. I want to get a pet cat.
So supposedly you can have your pet dog attack enemies by equipping a new Sigil of Valor. There's also an extraction feature to this game now. You were just talking about, it seems like, extraction shooters are all the rage. So, of course, there's going to be extraction in this game. There's a feature that lets you recover materials used when refining equipment, a new unarmed combat skill tree for Onka that you'll find under Fist in the menu. And then they're not done. One more thing. There's a new night tone mode. This is a graphical option to soften and darken the game's colors. When you just want to get in a nighttime cozy mood, the fire going in the room, you can slap on night tone mode.
Yeah, this thing, it seems like, the game goes through cycles, right? Day and night and everything. It seems like sometimes like the nighttime doesn't seem like it's nighttime. It seems more just like an early evening. And I've heard people say that this new mode actually makes it darker and harder to see at night now.
Oh,
so
just what you want.
Be something I would have to try and see. I want to do. But the mount thing does seem pretty cool because that'll make it easier to go across the map and travel. Of course, right now I'm just on horseback and walking around.
I need a horse in Skyrim. I'm hoofing everything right now.
Yes, you do need a horse in that game.
What is the penalty in Skyrim for stealing stuff? People just come at you and then you got to run away from them, or you fight them off or something. I think you can get like locked up and they take some of your money and shit. Assholes.
Yeah.
Speaking of assholes, next story here. Leaked data shows that there are 4 possible Steam Machine bundles for purchase. Thanks to SteamDB tracking, which tracks everything on Steam, a user over on Reddit has pointed out that the Steam Machine now has 4 package IDs associated with it. This comes from SteamDeckHQ.com, likely meaning there will be 4 options to choose from when the time comes to buy your Steam Deck. So we already know, supposedly, Matt, that there's going to be a 512 gigabyte model and then a 2 terabyte storage. So 512 gigabytes and 2 terabytes. The other variants probably would be with like a Steam controller or maybe the Steam frame or something like that. Some sort of bundle. Still, though, as we sit here on May the 14th, we have no definitive date on when you can buy these or the price. However,
Yeah.
I was listening to the Nerd Nest today, which is a YouTube channel, and Bill, the guy who runs Nerd Nest, was interviewing two people from Valve, and the people at Valve confirmed that they will have the reservation system in play for the Steam machine. So when I bought the Steam controller, the first day, the reservation thing was not in play. When you went to go get it the second time, that's when they launched that sort of reservation system, and that's going to be the same way that it's going to work when the Steam machine comes out. So.
Okay. Seems fair.
No price to speak of and no release date, but I have a feeling that's going to be very, very soon. So stay tuned.
Nice.
A couple more things here, and then we'll get out of your hair. Nintendo has announced a surprise remake of Star Fox 64. Now, before we get into that, Nintendo also announced that as of September 1st, they're going to be raising the price of the Switch 2 by at least $50 in the United States, maybe some other places more or less. But they're giving people ample warning. So today's only May 14th, so by September 1st. I think, as is the custom sometimes, the Japanese custom is to be very apologetic. And they did apologize for the price increase and the disruption that was going to cause. And I'm paraphrasing the quote here, but they said they were going to double down on their efforts to make good and bring more games to the Switch 2 platform and maybe turn around some games quicker than usual. So this is a surprise release, Star Fox 64, and it's going to be out in June. So not a long wait, just about another month or so. And it's $50 digital, $60 for physical. Comes out on June 25th. It's about a month and a half to go. But your mileage will vary with Star Fox. If you like on-rail shooters, if you have some sort of affinity for the N64 version, it's up to you. I don't do too many, aerial shooters on rails. Not my specific cup of tea, but as I was watching the trailer, there is some tank combat on the ground, and there's some submarine stuff going on as well. It looks nice, looks compelling, it looks modern. So it could be something worth picking up.
Never played it. Played it.
And you don't have a Switch 2, so there you go.
Correct.
Are you thinking getting the Switch 2 before it goes up in price?
No reason to.
All right. Well, that was a little Nintendo segment for anybody that does have a Switch 2. We don't want to forget all you legions of Nintendo fans that listen to us.
No, absolutely not.
Leave a comment down below if you're going to be picking up Star Fox 64 for the Switch 2.
Oh, someone's typing.
And our last story here, if you can believe it, Matt, it's been 13 years since BioShock Infinite. Where has the time gone? And of course, Take-Two, they're the people that are putting out Grand Theft Auto. And Strauss Zelnick from Take-Two says he is deeply disappointed at the absence of a new BioShock. As part of a recent chat with GameFile, Zelnick didn't mince words when asked if he was surprised by the fact that the next BioShock, which has no official title yet, was taking so long to get made. Think about what surprise implies. That's like one day, everything's awesome, and the next day, I'm like, holy shit. And I don't run the business that way. But if I think you're saying disappointed, yes, deeply disappointed. So yeah, it's been 13 years. They have made some updates to the team there. If you remember, Rod Ferguson for a long time was at Gears of War, and then he went over to Diablo. He actually helped get BioShock Infinite released. Now he's at this Cloud Chamber studio helping them release a new BioShock. And he says, Zelnick goes on to say that he feels a lot better about the project now. I think finding the right creative purchase was hard. As it turns out, I think we, in retrospect, wasted a lot of time and money chasing down some creative alleys that turned out to be dead ends. So enough of the quotes. Thoughts on BioShock? I think, proof is always in the pudding of what this game is going to be, but you feel like has too much time passed? Does the world need a new BioShock? Are people going to be receptive to it? Do people remember it still? How do you think this is going to land when it comes out?
I think this could be pretty big. Mm-hmm. I really do. I know I played the last BioShock. I played Infinite. I know it didn't do as well as what they expected. I remember that. I remember there was some criticism with the game. I thought it was great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the BioShock games. I think they're pretty cool. I like the art style, like the characters, the story's always been good. That steampunk type of feel.
Yeah, I mean,
especially with Infinite.
To go back to Retro Rensal's question, that BioShock Infinite's a world you can always go back to and be like, just dick around and do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Lots of stuff to explore, little hidden things here and there and that. Very cool game. I enjoyed it. I think BioShock 4, it would be huge news. Could you, at the Game Awards or something like that, a teaser or something come out, showing a Big Daddy or something again? That'd be awesome.
Man, Take-Two's got a lot of stuff that they're just sitting on. Not sitting on is the right way to describe it, but they got a lot of stuff that's percolating behind the scenes. And if everything hits, I know, like, obviously GTA is going to hit, but GTA, but they got Grand Theft Auto, BioShock, and then the guy who created BioShock, Ken Levine, he's working on his game, Judas, that they've just sort of given this guy forever to make the fucking game. I mean, it's been 13 years since he did BioShock Infinite. And, so he's been 13 years now to make a new game.
I'm sure he's got an idea of what he wants to do.
Yeah,
story-wise and all that.
Yeah, he's got nothing to do with the new BioShock game, but with Judas, we'll see how that turns out. 2K is just, they put out their 2K sports games, and they got their other obviously Borderlands and the Mafia games, and they're just making bank every day on GTA Online and a bunch of other titles I'm probably forgetting as well. Man, they're going to be sitting pretty once GTA comes out. And I just saw right as we were about to record tonight, this will be the last little tidbit before we sign off, is that some storefronts, marketers saying that this maybe a third trailer is dropping here by May 18th, and then maybe that's when the pre-orders are going to kick off. So something to keep an eye on. Nothing substantial to report on that, but all signs point to a new trailer here soon to start as you said many, many episodes ago, the marketing push to...
yes, sir. So. Yeah, hey, I'm always right, man. It's warm weather coming, and the marketing campaign's getting ready to kick off. I'm like the Nostradamus here.
And tomorrow we'll have lunch.
Yes. Yes, we will.
All right. Anything else that you would like to say before we sign off to the masses?
No, I saw a article on the internet just popped up.
Just one?
Yeah, just one. where a couple of guys who were gaming for 10 years finally met in person. I thought, man, I could be Mike and I one day.
Yeah, what happened? Was it awkward city?
I think so. I don't know. I didn't actually read the article.
Do they sit next to each other texting?
With their Steam Deck. Yeah, with their headsets and Steam Decks. Talked that way.
No, we'll have to see.
I didn't actually read the article.
No.
But I saw that. I was like, yeah, that could be us.
It could be here soon enough. And someone I have met in person a couple times that I have to give a happy birthday shout out to our former esteemed co-host, Mr. Glovebox. So happy birthday, Mr. Glover.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Hopefully you're poolside working out. Probably at work. He's probably in the closet at work.
In the closet recording with someone else.
So happy birthday to Glovebox. If you have not flooded the Discord with happy birthday Eric messages, please do so. Al posted that today to remind us all that it was his birthday. So
nice.
All right.
Very nice.
So we're going to get out of your hair. This is episode 57. We'll talk to you sometime post-Memorial Day, I think. So everybody in the United States, have a good Memorial Day weekend.
Yep.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.